All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakatham. And Egyptians, all right, they're at the end of their rope, okay? These Egyptians are at the end of their rope. And when you watch some of this video by this channel here, Jack Morgan, all right, you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, this is a trend that I've noticed quite a bit. He's calling it the silent depression. But the only reason that it's silent is because Joe Biden, who's done something called Bidenomics, has basically not spoken on it. All right. As a matter of fact, he's told you the opposite. He's told you the unemployment rate's at an all-time low, but he's not telling you that they're counting it differently. All right. And that the real one would be closer to 25%, not 3%. Okay, and even if it wasn't, eggs are still about to be $30. You know, things keep going this direction, but let's watch a little bit and get some precepts, because this is setting the stage, man. Esau wants these conditions. He wants people afraid and hurt. All right, that makes you easy to manipulate. That makes you desperate. All right.
Video for my regular viewers. I'll fill you in on what happened with that, but I'm doing my best to keep this entertaining for you guys. So this dude's great. This guy's name is Big Ward the Genius, and this video goes, if under $10,000 is broke. We're gonna get to him in a little bit, but he actually made a lot of sense. 38. We'll double back to him in a little bit. I just thought that was kind of funny. Oh, this girl was great because get a real job, beautiful. Yeah, loser.
I make $38 an hour. What does what I make have to do with what the gas prices are? Most people don't make what I make, and I still look at it and go, what the fuck is going on? I'd like to save my money, Pumpkin, and not put it all in my fucking car. These answers to gas infuriate me. I do well, yes, but even making $20 an hour, that used to be a good salary, but now it's not. You know.
Now it's
Right, because people don't want to hear the truth. All right, people want to just plug out. They just want to order a pizza, roll up a backwood, you know, and put on some Netflix, because their lives are not worth living. Okay, people will literally stick their heads in the stands, man, seeing the gas prices going up, the food prices going up. All right, until the credit card gets maxed out. Then panic and pandemonium sets in, all right? And they don't know what to do. This is Isaiah 24:1. Behold, the Lord Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof, all right? So you got people coming all over to America from all over the world. Why? Because Esau scattered them, and he basically bombed them back into the Stone Age. All right, they have no resources, or he's overthrown their country in some kind of coup in the military, or rebels, or, you know, causing chaos. Okay, and then they flee here, man. They go where there's refuge. Okay, and even now you're starting to see men leave America to go find what? Women, man, because things are more expensive. As a woman is looking at you, telling you Cheesecake Factory isn't good enough. Okay, and she's every bit of a 6, you know, and now that's become normal now, you know. So it's an economic argument as well as a cultural argument with these women not wanting to get in line. Okay, so everybody is scattered. This is that time that we're in. It says, and it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, all right, as with the servant, so with his master. Okay, because the churches are all losing. Nobody believes in religion anymore like that, or they just say they do on paper. The tights ain't coming in. You see them coming after the Hebrew Israelites, man, because their attendance is down in the churches. Okay. Then you got the servant with the master all the way down, and the unemployment, man, shit is messed up. People working 3-4 jobs. Okay. All right. And it says, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, all right, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. And that's crazy, because I was looking at getting a purchase financed. I won't tell you what it is, but they have the audacity to put an interest rate from, it said it could be anywhere from 0 to 99% APR. I said, what? I had to call them people, man. I say, what? And they said 0 from 99% APR. All right. And and they wouldn't tell you what your monthly thing would be, your monthly rate would be to pay before you put in your checking account number. You see how slick they getting? You see? They're going to try to hurry up and push through these loans and approve you at a crazy ass interest rate. Now, when I called them, basically two-thirds of the note was interest, man. 2/3 of it every month. All right, so it had to be closer to that 99%, but they put 0 to 99 to fool you. You know, that, so what this whole thing, this predatory lending, is getting out of hand, man. The credit card companies are winning as of right now because they're charging interest rates at an all-time high. People are paying 30% now, man. You know, the land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. And we haven't even gotten to that part yet, man. All right, we haven't even gotten to that part, and people are crying. Okay, watch how bad this gets, man. All right, this is why we pray for this thing to go down, man, because these people all gotta go, man. Everybody, all of you, you're all complicit in wickedness, man.
It's a joke, literally. Oh yeah, I also want to apologize if I might have like a.
You know why? Because of fuck.
Sorry, just forgot to clarify that, just in case you're like, what's wrong with your nose?
You know why? Because of fucking inflation. It's because of Biden. No, let me correct that. It's because of fucking Obama.
This is what I'm
Who? Why? What? Who is it now? She just kept blaming people. That's the best.
struggling with in America right now in my 20s. Why is everything so expensive? Why am I making more money waitressing than I would make using my college degree?
And I'll pause it there because the best hack for a woman, the meta, all right? Now, meta is a term we use in the gaming world called most effective tools available, okay? And for women, the meta is their beauty, man. A woman is not going to make any more money quickly, rapidly, in any other way outside of the way she looks. She can easily, that's why she's complaining about, why am I making more as a waitress versus what I get paid into a degree? Because the degrees don't really pay that. Those universities scammed you talking about you're going to be an accountant. And you look up what an accountant is paying nowadays. You're like, oh, hell no. I took out how much in the loan? But if you look good, you could just go up to you could rake it in at a local Applebee's somewhere, man. Okay? And get ready to sell it all, man. Okay, you women. This isn't going to get better. Okay, it's going to get much, much, much worse. And to answer the question whose fault it is, it's women's fault. All right? Now, ultimately, nothing really is the woman's fault in totality, because you have men that run society, and then really it's weak men that will allow women to just go rampant, man. Okay? From the moment that somebody brought that out, from the moment women could have their own credit cards, I think it was in the 70s, and make their own accounts, credit card debt went straight up. I mean, like a straight line, like a hockey stick, straight up, it went up. That's why everything is so expensive. The overspending, the buying things you don't need. You ever went to a woman's closet? She'll have literally hundreds of shoes on the ground. The racks will be stuffed full of clothes, and then she'll dead ass look at you and be like, I ain't got nothing to wear. You see? And Esau has figured out the psychology of a woman to hack them and sell them things, man. Everything in America is designed to sell to the woman. Why? Because women make up 80% of the consumer base. And they've driven up this inflation, and they have no checks and balances. There's no men in the household to regulate this. Okay? And not only that, you get demonized for even saying anything. You see? But that's part of the plague that's coming here, man. Verse 3, Isaiah 24:3. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord Yahweh hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish, and you Americans are the haughty, man. These individuals you see on here complaining, all right, because she really doesn't have anything to complain about. If you were to compare it to like what those women got to do over there in those third world countries, man. All right. Their husband goes out, he might not come back. They're praying he just comes back. You know, great if he comes back with a bowl of rice. All right. The way these people are living, you know, in her nice air conditioned car. All right. It just shows you that this is the virgin daughter, man. These people do not know what suffering is. And a little tiny amount of pain hits them and they're freaking out. The Lord has done this, man.
I barely have a life. I have 2 days off and I work Wednesday to Sunday, doubling just to pay my bills.
Okay, so real quick, if you never worked in the restaurant business before, basically what she said is she works 5 12-hour days straight. And it is crazy. I worked in the restaurant business a long time. It is funny that how many people there have college degrees but make more money bartending or waiting tables than a real job. I know. It's awesome. God bless America, right?
At 22 years old, all of my bills are in my name. I have no help. How are y'all affording housing? Bullshit. Bullshit. How are y'all getting insurance, going to the doctor, getting medicine? And then some of us are trying to be TikTok influencers. Who knows where that's going to get me? Me and my boyfriend are saving, but we barely see each other during the week, and it feels like we're working our asses off for nothing.
Yeah, and to answer her question, a lot of people are living together, or their parents help them out. You'd be shocked at how many, like, 30-year-old adults' parents pay for some of their bills.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. People moving back in with their parents, man. People never leaving their parents' home, man. All right? They're going out, but they'll still go out and get a $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 degree, man. All right? And now you're definitely stuck at home now because you gotta pay that loan off, man. For that job that only pay you $35,000 a year, you done took out a $50,000 loan. You see? The juice ain't worth the squeeze, man. And it's taking a while for these people to realize it, that Esau, the devil, all right, has basically spoiled you, man. He sold you a dream, okay? It was never real. America was never going to be the place where you can just retire happily. It's all a Ponzi scheme that they've been siphoning money out of you from, man. All right? Bring this out a lot, Daniel 8:25, because this is the behavior of this individual. It says, and through policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. All right, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, because you are buying into all of these companies, to these brands. You think you're a part of something, and then you find out that company is owned by that company. You think you're protesting. I'm not gonna eat that company. I'm not gonna eat from them. I'm gonna eat from them. But then you do all of the due diligence, and they all go back to BlackRock. You know, Vanguard, with some Amalekite running a whole fleet of companies. All right, but you can't tell because they just own controlling interest. They're not the CEOs of those companies, but they influence those companies. You see, so there really is no crying out. They got you all in a trick bag, and now, you know, there ain't no more real chicken left, basically. All right, you can barely find watermelons with seeds in them now. All right, but they got you to drink the Kool-Aid, man. Why? By making things cheaper. All right, more readily available. They got you addicted to convenience. Nobody wants to wait for anything, and if you do find something good of good quality, they taxing the hell out you for it, man. All right, and they're getting they're getting rich. Y'all are passing around this monopoly money, okay, just to continue to have numbers in your bank accounts. You can go back to work again, man. And most of you are not even going to have retirement, man, when it's all said and done. When you look at your bank account over the course of 40 years, it's going to be a lot of numbers going up and down, back and forth, but it's never going to build. You're never going to have any assets. Okay, buying a home is almost impossible nowadays. Okay, and even if you pay it off, he can raise up the property taxes, man. Okay, so that's craft, man. All right. But he sold it to you as the American dream, though. It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. Okay. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. So the solution is on the way, like we told them Edomites at camp this past week. All right. The solution is on the way, because these people bought it. You know. Let's see if there's any precepts to that one. Yeah, Jeremiah 48. That's a good one. Let me see this Jeremiah 48 real quick. Okay, yeah. It's talking about Moab. Yeah, and Moab, you're next. Definitely. I see a lot of them around here running around. Moab is getting money, man. They getting paid. They doing better than Esau, man. All right, on average. It says, make ye him drunken, for he magnified himself against the Lord Yahweh. Moab shall wallow in his vomit, and he shall also be, and also shall be in derision. All right. So basically, everybody's about to feel the squeeze. I mean, anyway, let's go back.
I'm not saying it's like I wouldn't want to say it's more than not. If that makes sense. But you'd be shocked, guys. Right? Literally, you guys would be. It's actually a lot. Anyways, if you're new here, I'd like to read some of you guys' comments from previous videos. Keep it light, keep it loose. I don't think it's ever. So this is back to the dude in the beginning, Big Ward, where he's talking about if you don't have 10 grand, you're broke. This is where this all circles back around. Now we're gonna get deep here, okay? We're gonna get deep.
Checking account balance were to ever get beneath 4,000, like that is when I would start to.
Are we not all collectively living paycheck to paycheck, or is it that just me?
Okay, so in that chick's head, all right. So this dude, Big Ward the Genius, I'll put his channel link below. I actually like the guy. He's super cool. He's like kind of old school pimp almost. You know what I mean? Kind of just, he's like, yeah, you know. I like him. But he was saying, you know, if you are a certain age, like in my eyes, if you're 25 or to 30, he was saying if you don't have 10 grand, you're broke. Like 10 grand needs to be your new zero, your bottom line. And it's kind of funny because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, I know a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of us have money saved. I get that. But let's think about it this way. Most people don't even have this 10 grand.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other people are living like that chick just said, paycheck to paycheck. She's like, you have $4,000 in your bank.
Yeah, even though that's broke, and I agree that is broke. And you see how much everything really costs in this society, but the vast majority of people are broke, man. People don't have 10 grand. Like, what? Everybody's taxing it, man. This whole, what they call late stage capitalism has went off the rails, man. All right. Going back to Isaiah 24, it says the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the law, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Man, what happened to the land Sabbaths, man? So the food is more plentiful, man. What happened to the debt forgiveness every 7 years, the year of Jubilee, man? Okay, that forgives all the debt in the land. They don't follow the law, and so what happened? Debt builds up, man. All right. It says, and they that dwell therein are desolate, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. Salaki, let me read verse 6 again. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. All right, this is a curse, man. This is just the first plague to hit this place, man. Economic turmoil, food insecurity. All right. Remember how this made the people of Egypt were when the plague started hitting, man. They had no rest. All right, they were greatly distressed, man. All right, they were getting fucked up, and they excuse my French. It says, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. All right. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth. All the merry-hearted do sigh. All right, because usually a woman back in, when I was a teenager, women used to just be all happy and dopey and whatever. All right, but now the pressure is starting to kick in of them having to be an actual adult because they rejected men, they've rejected family. All right, and so this is the consequence of it.
Account, you're rich. Anyways, let's let this guy talk. He starts talking about like Social Security and stuff. I'm not gonna play the whole video, but this is kind of where he was going with it.
Retirements and pensions and Social Security and all those type of things, right? And about how it's a possibility, which ain't no possibility, it ain't gonna be none. In probably about 20 to 30 years, the Social Security gonna be gone. And people, you've been paid all that money to, thinking you're gonna have some money to fall back on retirement. And people my age and younger, you might be out of luck. So that got me to thinking, right? We're gonna have to depend on having our own money.
Okay, so that's basically what he meant. Is basically, like, yeah, do the 401k, sure, do all that. If you got a pension, fucking good for you. Seriously. But like this comment right here, he goes, pension? Question mark? What? He goes, my dad worked for a company for 40 years. 1 year before he retired, the union voted to cut his retirement earnings by 40%. Nothing he could do about it. All right. So basically, what he's saying.
And a lot of times, those guys in those unions, they be paid off, man, by Esau, by the company. They're like, hey, we'll pay you $2 million personally to get the vote rally to save us $20 million for everybody's pension. You see, that's an easy no-brainer. And that's what you get for trusting in this place, man. Okay?
Saying is how many of us are like actually building our own they go, oh well, nobody's having kids to take set with how much 65-year-olds are going to need work. I hate to joke like that, but that's kind of where it looks like it's going. Now this chick's raised the bar, and this is more of my mindset with how much money you should have.
I don't know why, but someone told me 20K is like the minimum to have saved in your savings account or your high yield savings account. Again, like, what is that? Should I get one of those? Everyone says you should get one of those. Anyways, $20,000, like your buffer, what you should have. It probably used to be less, but it's 2024, so. And then I do want to save for a house at some point, and then if I'm going to Europe, we need to save for Europe.
You see, and this is how it got here. She's not saving 20 grand to help build up a family or have kids or get a man. if you had any common sense, she looks good. You can just get a man. The fuck is wrong with these people, man? Okay, but she's gonna get $20,000 saved up so she can go to Europe and do what? Fuck off. You see? So it's not really an economic issue so more than it is a cultural issue, man. It's a demon on these people. All right, it's a spell of witchcraft over them because they're doing it to themselves, man. Okay, they're not gonna raise the price if you don't continue to go out there buying the shit, and then you don't have the money to buy the shit. You'll put the shit on the credit card. Of course, the prices are going up. And Esau got you to do this by having you drink the Kool-Aid and marketing. He puts FOMO on you, which is fear of missing out, which women are highly susceptible to. All right, and now men are even are susceptible to it now because he's turned it into gynocentrism. Okay, where it's frowned upon to go against the opinions of a woman. Okay, they're never wrong, basically. All right, and this is what you get. Stupid.
I get it. But what I'm saying is,
My goal.
all right, so we're going to switch gears here a little bit, all right? this is kind of my prediction on what's going to happen with all these crazy car payments. All right, so take some notes here.
Major hot take alert, but the cool girls are whipping their old beaters this summer. The cool girls.
No, it's not the cool girls. They realize them notes are reaching up $700, $800, $900 now. All right, and them eggs are still going up. It ain't cool. This is a woman trying to make it sound cool because they can't afford it no more. You should have been stopped buying new cars, man. You know, like come on. This is Isaiah 19:2, and I will set Egyptian against Egyptian, against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. All right, that's coming soon to a city near you. All right. But the main point, verse 3, it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. People do not know what to do. Now the Fed, they don't know whether to raise interest rates or keep them the same. All right. Which really, it's not that they don't know. I believe it's because this is a controlled demolition of the economy. You know, and I almost titled this lesson that, which I still might. Okay. They're orchestrating this, but there's basically no interest left, man. If you raise interest rates, you're fucked. If you keep them low, if you drop them back down again, the inflation takes back off again. All right. Because inflation really should be, 25, 30, 40% by this point. If they would have just let things run its natural course, all right, it would have spiked up, and then people would have constrained their spending habits, and then it would have leveled out again. All right, but people have not learned their lesson, man. They're still clicking on Klarna Afterpay and doing all of these pay-as-you-goes. Buying the 2023, 2024, brand new this, brand new that. All right. They look at their checking account like, oh, I can afford the payment. They're not realizing 80% of it is interest. Okay. But then they don't have the money to get the full insurance. So they because you really are living beyond your means. All right. And that's what's sold to you in this society. You got to look good. That's what's important. Looking good is more important than being good. All right. But it says, and the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Okay. And now the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts. All right, and you're basically gonna have that, man. Military, National Guard. These people are gonna, when y'all get so broke, where you don't know what to do, you start, you already having people robbing stores. When y'all get so broke that a pandemonium and nonsense starts going on in the streets, he's gonna roll in the National Guard, man, and he's gonna tell y'all what to do. You see. But he's behind all of this, man. He could have prevented this whole thing from going down. All right, but y'all about to, like idiots, about to go up there and vote for these individuals, man.
Are pulling up.
I make almost $200,000 a year.
Yeah, not just the cool girls. Smart people are driving the paid off car. Yeah, with the cloth interior. Yay. Okay, like this person. $200,000 a year. She's a lawyer.
As a lawyer, and I drive a used 14-year-old vehicle. Here's why.
Funny.
Because it's smart. Hold on, I'm not done yet. I'm gonna tell you my hot take in a minute here. Let's let these little sugar things, these little mousy little mamas go off real quick.
Funny story you say this because I dated a guy a few years.
The comment says people would rather have an expensive car than 20 grand plus in a savings account. Shaking my head. Emoji face guy.
Years ago that had a car that cost $100,000 or $200,000.
All right, that's a huge difference. Which one was it?
But didn't have a savings account. I, on the other hand, drove my Toyota Corolla fully paid off
and I had a savings account. If I wanted to, I could have bought his car and much more and a house. But I didn't because I like to save my money. Anyways, long story short, that relationship didn't last because I need to be with someone that's financially intelligent. I don't care if a man or a woman is driving a POS car, a hoopty.
None of that's going to matter coming soon. Why? Because you drink of this right here, this cup. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand. All right. Now, although she feels like she's on a high horse because I save money, but you're still drinking of that golden cup, thinking that you're and the Lord going dead all of this shit, man. All right. It says that have made all the earth drunken. All right. That U.S. dollar has gotten everybody on this cheap debt. You know, they had 0% interest rates forever. They were able to buy all of this bullshit, build up their nations. Okay, and now they gotten used to a certain lifestyle, all right, that the Lord is getting ready to overthrow. All right, it says the nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. All right, let me skip back to Isaiah 24 because I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going a minute. I forget these long sit downs can go a minute. Salakia. It says, verse Isaiah 24:8, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. All right, this is the time that we're coming in, man. People drinking because they need to, not because they want to. All right, the city of confusion is broken down, and this is the city of confusion. Every house is shut up that no man may come in. The crying for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. All right. And the Most High is going in. All right. Very descriptive how he told his servant Isaiah to write these things down, because that's what people are feeling at this very moment, present moment. This is a long video. But you see, these people are going through it, man.
Rather leave America than be on this dumpster fire.
We literally have white people migrating from America to Mexico, to Puerto Rico, to Spain, to Italy, any other place.
Right. That's how you know it's over. When you're leaving America. You're seeing people leave America because that's how crazy it's gotten, man. All right. You should not have rent. You should not have to worry about mortgages and all of this bullshit. He's broken the family up. Nobody passes down land anymore. They're taxing you after you're dead. All right. They're collecting on debts while you're in the spirit world. Okay. They're constantly having everything is just destroyed, man. Nothing can flourish here. There's only the illusion of it flourishing here, man. The American dream, again, is an illusion. You can't actually have it. When you get down in the nitty gritty of it and try to live, and you see how this thing is operated, it destroys you, man. All right. Anyway, I'll end it there, Lord willing. This is edifying. Call halal Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai B'Hashem Rachak Wadash. Shalom Kwam Yasharallah.